If you can go on to your website, the Home Affairs, there's a bulletin or a list of critical and scarce skills in the country, right? And this is worldwide. One of the biggest skill that is being sought after by the market is the skill of critical thinking.
In business studies, we divide the business environment into 3 levels: micro, market, and macro. You've already learned about the micro environment. What happens inside the business and the market environment? Where the business interacts with people it can influence, like customers and suppliers. But now it's time to explore the macro environment, the big picture environment. That lies completely outside the business's control. The macro environment includes the broad forces in society, the economy, politics, technology, and nature that affect every business. No matter how big or small, a business like Zaba, our fictional fashion retail boutique, has no control over these forces. All it can do is respond to them in a smart and responsible way. To help businesses understand and analyze the macro environment, we use a tool called PESTLE. This stands for political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. Some schools and textbooks also include a 7th factor, ethics, and it's becoming more important than ever. Let's break down each one and see how it impacts a business like Zaba. 1. Political factors. Political factors include government decisions, policies, and political stability. For example, if the government changes VAT rates or import tariffs, that will affect how much Zaba pays for stock or what prices customers must pay. A sudden change in labor laws, such as rules about minimum wage or leave benefits, also comes from the political environment. Zaba can't control these laws, but it must comply. If the country is politically unstable or facing protests, it could affect foot traffic, deliveries, or even customer safety. 2. Economic factors. This refers to the overall health of the economy, things like interest rates, inflation, unemployment, and exchange rates. When the economy is strong, people have more money to spend, and Zaba may see higher sales. But during tough times, like a recession, customers spend less on non-essential items like fashion. If the rand weakens against foreign currencies, it may become more expensive for Zaba to import stock. Zaba must plan carefully, watch trends, and be ready to adjust pricing, stock levels, or marketing strategies depending on economic conditions. 3. Social factors. Social factors include changes in the population, culture, lifestyle, and values of society. If people start valuing sustainability, body positivity, or supporting local brands, Zaba must adapt its products and messaging to match. For instance, if there's a trend among young people to wear locally made, inclusive clothing, Zaba could design its own range to meet that demand. Social media also plays a role in shaping trends and public opinion, meaning Zaba must stay connected to what its customers care about. 4. Technological factors. Technology is constantly evolving, and businesses that don't keep up risk falling behind. Online shopping, mobile payments, e-commerce platforms, and inventory management software all fall under this factor. Zaba may have started as a physical store, but to stay competitive, it might need to offer online shopping, create a website, or use social media marketing tools. New technology also improves how Zaba tracks stock, handles customer service, or even trains staff. The key is to invest in tech that enhances customer experience and improves efficiency. 5. Legal factors. These are the laws and regulations that businesses must follow. This includes labor law, tax law, health and safety regulations, and consumer protection legislation. In South Africa, Zaba must comply with the Basic Conditions of Employment Act, the Consumer Protection Act, register with the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, CIPC. If it operates as a company, Zaba must also make sure its contracts, refunds, promotions, and hiring practices are legal. Not following the law could lead to fines, court cases, or a damaged reputation. 6. Environmental factors. Environmental factors refer to natural conditions that impact business, like climate change, extreme weather, water shortages, and pollution. Zaba must think about where its clothing comes from, whether packaging is eco-friendly, and how waste is managed. Customers today care about whether a business is green or environmentally conscious. If Zaba shows it respects the environment, it can attract loyal, responsible shoppers. Also, extreme heat, floods, or load shedding could disrupt delivery times or store operations, so Zaba must have backup plans. 7. Ethical factors. Ethics refers to doing what is right and fair, even beyond what the law requires. In fashion retail, this includes treating employees fairly, not using child labor in supply chains, being honest with advertising, and pricing products fairly. Zaba must ensure it respects human rights, supports local communities, and avoids harmful practices, like copying designs or greenwashing, which means pretending to be eco-friendly just to get customers. When a business is ethical, it builds trust with customers, employees, and the public. Unethical behavior, even if it's legal, can lead to boycotts, bad press, or social media backlash. Responding to the macro environment, because Zaba can't control the macro environment, it must be proactive. That means staying informed through news, industry reports, and feedback. If there's a new technology trend, Zaba needs to learn it. If laws change, Zaba must adjust quickly. If customers demand better ethics, Zaba must listen and act. Businesses that are alert, responsible, and quick to adapt are the ones that survive tough times and make the most of new opportunities. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, many businesses were forced to close or go online. The macro environment changed overnight. Zaba, like many others, had to adapt by offering delivery, launching an Instagram store, and improving hygiene in-store. The businesses that adjusted quickly were the ones that survived. In summary, the macro environment is made up of large external forces that businesses like Zaba cannot control, but must understand and respond to. Using PESTLE analysis, we look at political, economic, social, technological, legal, environmental, and ethical factors to see where risks or opportunities lie. The better Zaba is at reading the world around it, the stronger and more resilient the business becomes.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something new. Please consider supporting the classroom by heading to our Zapper or SnapScan link below to donate a small amount of your choosing to help us create more content from more subjects. Please share the video with a friend and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out.